Hello again, Sam Visnick here. Today we're going to talk about food intake, especially as it pertains to body composition programming. So the challenge with body composition programs is trying to figure out the right mix of exercise and nutrition in order to accomplish your goals. So there's two things that we need to know for sure. Number one is that absolutely at the end of the day, the amount of food that you're consuming is going to make the biggest difference on your body composition. If you eat more food than your body needs, then you're going to store it. If you don't eat enough food relative to your body's needs, there's going to be metabolic and hormonal consequences. So if you create too much of a deficit, you're not going to get the results that you want. If you consume too much for obvious reasons, you're not going to get the results that you want. The goal is to have that sweet spot. Now the sweet spot really is figuring out exactly how much energy, you can call it calories, we can transfer that into portions or whatever, that your body needs to maintain itself in order to create homeostasis. So if I weigh 210 pounds, it might take 2,500 calories a day to maintain my body weight with my current activity levels. So the only thing that I can do here is to raise my energy expenditure. I can cut calories and or I can increase exercise. The challenge is that when we do too much of either of those, we start to not get ideal results for a number of different reasons, which I'm not going to discuss here. But the point is that we should do a little bit of each and then do it adequately to get the job done, but also not overdoing it. So what I would like to do is to reduce my caloric intake or my portion control enough so I get a little bit of a deficit of up to about 500 calories a day. That alone, when I'm at an energy deficit, is going to trigger my body to start dipping into its own energy in order to liberate it so that I can use it to accomplish my daily needs. So I'm going to create a slight deficit from my food, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the amount of activity that I do in order to burn more energy. Now the challenge with this is that, of course, when you reduce your energy intake, what happens to your energy levels? It tends to go down. So subconsciously we start to move a little slower. We start to do less activity. Okay, so it really does take tracking to make sure that we're moving a lot more. This is one of the reasons why programs like Fit in 42 work really well, because 6 days out of the week, we make sure that you show up and you're burning a lot of energy and you're not left to your own devices. So we make sure we push you hard, and it feels a lot harder because you're at an energy deficit. But we make sure that we're always burning that energy, and then you're maintaining your nutritional adequacy by consuming the right amount of food and the right amount of ratios of protein, carb, and fat, and that you're not starving yourself. So these two things put in combination is really that sweet spot where we're going to get the magic with a body composition training program. So you can't undereat because that's going to have hormonal consequences. It may end up slowing your metabolism down over time. You're going to have low energy, so you can't work out and burn more energy. So that's a problem. But then if you eat too much, then you're not going to lose either, and you can't out-exercise too many calories consumed unless you're doing something like cycling the Tour de France every day. So ideal is Goldilocks. That's the take-home message. I hope that helps explain things a little bit more and understanding why a program like Fit in 42 works so well. Thanks for watching.